Welcome to the Defend America podcast. I'm your host, David Pine. I'm currently serving as the Deputy Director of the EMP Task Force on National Homeland Security, and I wanted to have the focus of today's episode on the rising threat of war with Russia over Ukraine. Um, Many of you may not know that last Friday, President Biden ordered the U.S. military to DEFCON 3 alert status, which is the highest alert status that we've been at since the Cuban Missile Crisis. The last time we were at that alert status, it was September 11th, 2001. And we've been at that alert status for the past 6 days. So that's kind of something that, is a little bit distressing, I think. So the Russians, of course, as you may have heard, are massing their troops along the border with Ukraine. They have been for at least the last 2 weeks, currently up to 100,000 troops, including airborne forces and other units that have been transported from the central and southern military districts. And they also have 1,300 tanks. And the question is, how did we get here? How did we get to this point where the relations between the U.S. and Russia have deteriorated to such a great extent? And it goes back all the way to 2016. President Trump was elected on a platform of trying to increase peace with Russia, to maybe have a summit and try to address all of our outstanding issues. And as we know, the Democrats did everything they could possibly do to try to prevent that from happening through the what later became known as the Trump campaign Russia collusion scandal, which was really a total facade. It was not real at all. And that after many years of investigating, nothing came of it. Everything was exposed as false. Trump wasn't guilty of any collusion with Russia, and so that really served to poison our relations with Russia. And for whatever reason, President Biden has felt the need to continue that. Kind of these anti-Russia policies, and he's gone so far as to enact new sanctions against Russia, as well as to expel a lot of Russian diplomats. And he also called President Putin a killer. All of these things that actually caused President Putin to withdraw the Russian ambassador from the United States, which is a very rare thing to do. So that was pretty exceptional. So I think Russia and China have sensed weakness in President Biden, and they know he's not in charge of our country due to his suffering early stages of dementia, reportedly. And even though Chinese electoral interference got Biden elected, and China has the ability to blackmail Biden, Biden's foreign policy towards China has been kind of a mixed bag. It's been a mix of appeasement and kind of trying to present a show of strength as well by sending U.S. carrier groups through the Taiwan Straits and conducting naval exercises at the same time that China is doing it as well with their aircraft carrier groups. They now have 2 aircraft carriers. So another issue that has come up is U.S. nuclear disarmament, which U.S. leaders have disarmed the U.S. of 94% of our nuclear weapons since the Cold War ended 30 years ago. And at the same time, while Russia has reduced its arsenal to some extent, China has been expanding their arsenal. And at this point, they have together the Russian and Chinese, who are military allies by treaty since have been since July 2001. have twice as many nuclear weapons as we do, deployed strategic weapons, and then total nuclear weapons, including tactical nuclear weapons. They have about 5 times more than the U.S. does. So all of these issues are really, have undermined the ability of the United States to um, deter the Russians and the Chinese from committing aggression. So that's the episode for today. Thank you for joining us.